What's up, crew? Today we're going to be taking a look at Super Ludo from GiiKER. GiiKER have provided us with other products in the past that they've made, and they always go for like classic games with a modern electronic twist. In the past we've looked at tic-tac-toe, we've looked at a Sudoku game, a Tetris type of game, and they've all been really awesome. And the one thing I always think of whenever I play with GiiKER games is how they remind me of the types of toys I used to get back in the late 90s. I always talk about this tic-tac-toe game and noughts and crosses game I had. I can't remember what it's called now. I've talked about it on the channel before anyway, and I think it was Light 3. I'm sure it was Light 3, and basically you press buttons on it and it would light up, and you play tic-tac-toe, and they always remind me of that kind of toy. And this has come at a perfect time of year because, as you can see, like there's some Christmassy stuff around, wrapping paper sellotape, because we're wrapping presents all the time. And this has come at a perfect time. I'll start opening it while I'm still chatting, because recently we actually did play Ludo, and I haven't played it for years, and we played it with the kids, and we had a great time. The classic Ludo where you press the top and it jumps the like die in there, and you got to move around the board, and it was really good fun. It's quite competitive actually, so I'm really excited to see what an electronic version of it brings. Starting off, the box is really cool actually. I'll try and angle it up. You'll see the mess now that I'm actually hiding behind. A house full of 3 kids is always quite messy, but anyway, the box looks pretty awesome. The back of it, we can see on the front, it says, "Dear Commander, welcome aboard. Your crafts are ready. Press the thing to start the space adventure." And I really like this actually, because it really does like have a space sci-fi kind of vibe to it. Like you're looking at a screen that's got like the GiiKER details there, and it's quite clever actually because it gives you all the info, so you can play solo or team. Event, I think it was 6 different event types, I'm guessing, which would kind of match up with this dial here. Players between 2 to 4, so it looks like it is a 2-player game. You have to have 2 people to play it. Sometimes with the GiiKER devices you can play it solo and the computer emulates 2-player, so we might find that it actually does emulate a 2-player game with just 1 person, and time for a game is between 15 and 30 minutes, so that is pretty sweet looking. Let's have a little look over here. So I did have a quick look at the trailer, and it does seem that there's a lot of different game types on it. So traditional Ludo just has you going around the board, and then I can't remember the exact details if I'm totally honest with you, but it's relatively simple in how you move around. But in the video I did notice that whatever pops up on this when you press it, I'll take that off there, it gives you different instructions, and you go into like black holes and stuff like that. So let's take it out, and it's nice to see actually that this is, move this box over here, it's a pretty solid unit. As much as I love all the GiiKER products, I think one thing I've noticed with a couple of them is how there can be a lot of pieces to it. Now, as we can hear, there are some pieces in this. Are they under here? That's where the batteries go. Oh, I've got to find my own batteries. If you hear noises in the background, some of the kids are off, so sorry if this isn't the quietest of videos, but anyway, there we go. We've got all the pieces here, so I really like that it's self-contained. That's really cool actually. I don't think we'll be able to discover much more until I get some batteries and fire up this bad boy. But before we do that, let's have a little look at the instruction manual. So, space-themed board game from GiiKER. About Super Ludo. We won't go through everything, but a quick start tells you how to, who first sends 3 crafts to the finish zone wins. So you got to basically get your 3 crafts into the middle, as is with standard Ludo. Tells you crystal ball, starting orbit. Okay, lots of info there, but to be honest, most of the time with these GiiKER devices, once you start going, especially if you're playing against a computer, it kind of guides you along the way. And this is what I meant by, we've got universe events. That's what events meant before when it said 6 events, not 6 different game types. So you've got a teleport move, which will either move your craft to the white lightning spot or according to the dice. You've got a wormhole. Yellow lighting spots indicate wormhole positions. Any craft enters in one wormhole can exit to another wormhole. This is 1 more dice. This is a meteorite. Red lightning spots, lighting spots indicate meteorite positions. Any crafts in this meteorite must return to the starting zone. Exchange your craft to any other crafts in the orbit. So I'm guessing swapping spaces. Purple lighting spots indicate swirl positions. Any crafts in the swirl cannot move. Sounds really good, man. I like this. And then we've got the basic rules of I guess most of them are like Ludo. When rolling a 5 or 6, you can land one of your crafts from the base to the starting zone. Yeah, you've got to roll, haven't you, before you can even start moving your crafts. When rolling 6, you can execute the points and then roll again. Stacking, when the same color of team craft move to the same spot, they can be stacked to block opponents. Oh yes, of course, so you can stack on top of each other and block your opponents from going past. Opponents cannot move across and must return to the point exceeding the stacking spot. I must admit, the language, you can tell it's been translated. You can kind of decipher what they mean, but it isn't the clearest of English actually. Hitting, when moving to the same spot of an opponent, you can hit its craft to the base if there's more than one opponent craft stacking. All crafts in this spot return to the base. Jumping, when you move to the exact same color of the craft, you can jump to the next identical color spot, move 4 spots forward. Fast forward, if you move into the same color fast line, you can fast forward your craft straight to the fast line finish spot. If there's an opponent craft in the fast line, hitting rules apply. And arrival, if you move exactly to the finish zone, short press to record the arrival and return the points exceeding to the finish zone. So yeah, at Ludo, to get to the finish zone, so let's say you're here, I guess most people know Ludo, but you've got to roll exactly 1, 2, 3, 4 to get in there. If you roll a 5, you can't. If you roll a 3, then you can move up to there. Then you'd have to roll a 1 to get into it, is what it means. I'm gonna go try and find some batteries to see if we can fire up this bad boy, but it looks really nice. It's got the nice vibrant colors that we expect now from GiiKER, those primary colors. I really like how the center is completely blacked out. Obviously it'll glow up. I think it'll look a bit like a Magic 8 ball when it lights up. And I believe these sections light up as well. So very nice, like I say, it's compact, it's quite slim. I feel like you could take this around with you quite easily. Let's go find some batteries. Right, we've got the batteries in. Let's give it a quick blast on, see how we can go. So we hold down the button to start it up. Nice lights, as we suspected. So I believe this is free-for-all mode, and it looks like, how do we select which players? Oh, okay. This is how we change between. So this is free-for-all mode. This is like basically 1v1 all the way around, 2 to 4 players. This is team-based, and I believe this is 2v2. And yeah, all these buttons around here do the same thing. Right. So let's switch back to this. I guess I do need a second player, so I'm going to play against myself for a little bit. Let me see how it goes. So I've got to roll a 5. I can go out with the 5. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I pick the other side as green, I should have got them out earlier. Six, they can come out as well. So I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I believe we just keep going around like this, playing traditional Ludo. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did suspect things would light up where you were, but maybe that's in the team-based 2v2. Let's carry on. See if we can get any events popping up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. We've got an event here. What does that one mean? Again, let me remind myself. The events were 1 more dice, so I get to roll again. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what's happened there? Okay, that's how it lights up. So the red means meteorite, red lightning spots. So they've lit up. Indicates meteorite positions. Any crafts in this meteorite must return to the starting zone. I see it now. So different events that happen. Luckily, none of the players were in the red areas, so we can crack on. Greens go. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to do it with one of each of the characters instead of getting all three out, as you would with a full game of Ludo. So yellows go. Oh, what's this one? Switch. So exchange your craft to any other crafts in the orbit. So I understand that means I can switch it to different teams, because what would be the point in swapping it with your own craft, because they all have to get there anyway. So I'm going to swap yellow and green. And that means yellow is really close to getting to the end zone. So now it's green's turn, and green gets a 2. Oh, it doesn't look very good for green. Carrying on. 3, that's for yellow. Yellow's getting all the events. What events this one? Teleport. Either move your craft to the white lightning spot or according to the dice. That's cool. So I could move them there, but that's backwards. I see it now. I understand when an event happens, different things light up, which indicates what can happen or what will happen. So he still moves 3 anyway. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Green's turn. And that means one more roll for green. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we hit it again. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's a 5, if I was using all 3, I could have brought one of these guys out to play as well. But like I said, we'll stick with 1 for now. Yellow's turn. Yellow gets a 3. 1, 2, 3, close. We need a 2 now for yellow to win. So green's got the 4. We'll just move him 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that is interesting. 4 for yellow, so yellow can't. It needs a 2 or a 1. So green carries on. And this is where Ludo is really cool as well. Oh, what have we got here? Because although it looks like someone can be super close, it can take them ages to get that final number that they need to completely finish, and people can catch up. Yellow is a wormhole. So yellow lightning spots indicate wormhole positions. Any craft, if they are on a wormhole, can exit to the other wormhole. I forgot who I was on then. I think I was on green, wasn't I? Green isn't on a yellow, and it can't move to a yellow either. So it misses the wormhole opportunity there. But that would be cool, because obviously if you did that, you could then come out there and be closer to green. Let's carry on. 4 for... Oh, do the wormholes just stay? Oh, that's cool. Or maybe they stay for a number of moves. So yellow couldn't move forward, but we do get another roll. Are we going to get a 2 or a 1? And a 2, and yellow wins. So I believe that you press that because it's got the 3 dots to register that one of the yellows is there. And then it would be green's go to carry on for a 1, 2, but yellow's obviously already won because we're only playing 1. So let's do the, and then a 3rd one. Oh, it knows. So then we'll do a roll. And then if we did a 3rd one, there we go, yellow wins. So every time one of your crafts gets there, you press that to register it. And obviously on the 3rd one, it means that yellow wins the game. That's pretty awesome. I really, really like that. A couple of things I've got to obviously look into in terms of rules, but as with most GiiKER products, once you just start going, it's kind of self-explanatory. Definitely a situation where the instructions do help, and I would definitely recommend looking through it. There are a couple of things to clarify about this playthrough that I did here. When you first roll the 5 or the 6 to move out of your holding zone, you have to wait at the little circle at the front of your landing zone before you can then move on to the actual main board. Just for the sake of speeding up the video, when I roll the 5 or 6, I just jump straight onto the board instead of waiting in the landing area. Also, you obviously play it with the 3 markers each, not just the 1. The mistake I did make when playing through though was when you are in your little landing area towards the end, and you do have to roll the exact number to get to that last spot where you can press the button down on it. If the number on the dice exceeds the amount of steps to move, then you carry on moving, but then you bounce back, completing the number of moves. There are also a bunch of other really interesting rules And I will link to a video that describes them way better than I ever could, because they can get a bit complex if you try and describe them, but they make the game so much more interesting. Another awesome product from GiiKER. Thanks to them for letting me check out their products. I really, really do enjoy them. Take me back to my childhood in a wonderful way. If you want to check out any of their other products, you can check out the reviews on this channel here. And I will put links to this in the description below, and other GiiKER products if you want to check them out. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.